I play the game with no timeouts. You ride my wave, you're getting wiped out. Big mistakes, get white out. I spot you like a lighthouse. Watch your moves like a night owl. On a full moon, wolves gon' howl. Can't bounce back, no rebounds. I show up like me how. Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Tip Off. I am your host, Iceman the Eskimo, and you see I got my guy Early Notorious on the panel. And today's topic is Jordi feels like he's failing to get his team motivated to play, like to you know what I'm saying, get them up and running to play games. Fire intro. I appreciate it, Brian. You know that's me on the intro. But I'm gonna talk about it first. I listened to Jordi on the post game interview, and he said he feels like he's taking that on his shoulders as a coach, that he can't get his guys to play hard throughout 4 quarters. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's true. I looked at the games again right before I came on, and it's half and half, right? There's half where we get back into the ball game and we playing down to the wire, might not win at the end. And then there's the other 3 games where we don't match up good against teams and we get blown out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's not getting them to play hard through 4 quarters. I think it's a lineup thing. I think it's a point guard thing. I think it's a camaraderie thing. You know what I'm saying? Some games is like they said before, some games is gonna look all right. Some games is not. You know what I'm saying? What you got to say about it, Joe? What do you think about this?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, listen, this team is coming in very young, one of the youngest teams, I believe the youngest team in the NBA. Got a second-year head coach who's very young. They're still trying to figure it out, man. And listen, I'm not gonna say they're not talented enough. They're just not polished enough at the moment. You know what I mean? This next team needs a lot of things to go right in order for them to win. I think they need solid scoring performances from MPJ and Cam Thomas. They need to play solid defense, and they need solid point guard play and cut down on the turnovers. And we haven't seen that thoroughly in one game yet. We haven't seen that put together all in one game. We've seen factions here and there in some games, but we haven't seen a complete game from this team. You know what I mean? They're playing behind the power curve, bro. So a lot of things got to go right for them in order for them to win. They have a small margin for error, you know? So I think it's I think it's not I think it's not that Jordi can't get these guys to play, man. Once you out there and, you know, when you getting your butt whipped, you know what I mean? It's kind of demoralizing a little bit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that could have a part to play in it, but they got to pick their chin up, man, and they got to go through this. This is the only way they're going to get better. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go through it to get to it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, listen, this is development. This is on-the-job training, real NBA minutes. These teams that they playing against ain't coming out there to play with them. They coming out there to win the basketball game by any means necessary. And these guys got to match their physicality. They got to be smart with the basketball, and they just gotta play with camaraderie and believe in each other, man, and play hard. So all I got, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that, because I don't know how fans, I'm not gonna say fans, Jordi put this on himself. I know he's the coach, but he's also got to understand, like, these dudes are not going to play well all the time. They're not going to always get it, because he said he's trying to get them to understand certain things, and he's yelling and doing certain things. And now he's trying to ask them questions of, how can I get you, you know what I'm saying? How can I get y'all to play hard? What am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? To get y'all motivated to do this. But I think that fans haven't looked at the issue, as you said, me and you said, point guard issue. Everyone knows we have a point guard issue, right? And there's times where Saraf started and then it didn't look well. He got a few assists, he's not scoring. And there's times where he ran Terrence Mann, and there's times where he run Tyrese Martin, there's times where he run Cam. And I've said in those instances he used those 3 players, the team started to pick up a little momentum during the game when he switches up like that. So he
Right.
had Tyree starting last game, and it didn't change. So I think he's trying to figure something out to see if it's Reese that helps, if it's Terrence Mann that helps at point guard instead of playing the wing. If you mix Diego with Terrence Mann and Tyrese at times, and
Uh-huh.
have on the wing, and see what works. Right now, I just think he's trying to figure out what works for them. And it's
I
not really about not playing the rookies because they will play. They have been playing, like I said, and everybody see them playing and be upset, Joey.
Hey, but you know what, Ice? I mean to cut you off, but this goes to remember when we was on those pods. I don't know if you remember, and we were trying to see what the Nets needed more and what we needed to pick first as far as between a big man and a point guard.
Yeah,
Right now, it's showing us that we needed a solid point guard that was ahead of schedule. Because here's the thing: when you got these guys playing basketball and it's chaos out there, they're not, and they're playing ugly basketball because it's chaos. They're not going to have too much fun. You can't have too much fun playing basketball when your point guard position is struggling to take care of the basketball and get people involved. So I say that to say this. Listen, I'm not going to hold you. This point guard position for us is kind of scaring me because I'm not going to talk bad about the rookies, but yeah, we still don't know if these guys are going to pan out because none of them are really ahead of schedule like that. You feel what I'm saying? Now that's why it was so important for the Nets to get a Dylan Harper or a VJ or at least come away with a Jeremiah Fears because that point guard position is so important to a team's success. And I think it's the major anchor, man. It's the major anchor. And you know what? If you don't got that spot solidified and solid, you're gonna struggle as a basketball team. Period.
facts, Joey, facts. And I think fans are seeing that, but I don't think they understand. Right? They want the young fellas to play. Everybody wants to see Drake Powell. Like I said, he gets hurt every time he gets in. We haven't seen Danny play yet. And I was talking about, putting these guys in the G. I didn't. Brian in the chat said he didn't mind seeing.
Yeah. Hey, John, I just see John in the comments. Hey, John, I'm not saying that the Nets don't need more than a point guard. We get that. The team has a lot of different spots that need to be filled. What I'm saying is, I personally think that point guard position is the most important position for us right now because we need to have a steady hand at point guard in order to make other people work and get to do what they got to do. You feel what I'm saying? So we need to be solid in that position. I'm not going to sit up here and say it's not other weaknesses we don't have, but I think that's the most glaring issue is the point guard position. And MPJ even brought it up. He even brought it up, and that's why Tyrese Martin started over Ben Siraf. That's why Nolan Treyarch is in the G. You know what I mean? We kind of really easing um Yegor back because of his injury, but for real, Yegor ain't ready either. Neither of them are ready. So out of the three, they still, you know what I mean, and that's cool. It's not a bad thing, you know. That don't mean that they're not going to be good NBA players. It's just that they're not ahead of schedule, and they're going to need time to develop. And right now, we're going to be playing a lot of ugly basketball until that happens, or until we get a halfway competent point guard.
Exactly. And that's what I be saying. If people, fans, not people, fans don't notice that, the reason for restarting is because Sarab is okay. And fans are like, they have two opinions. We want to see the young guys play, but he's not good. He's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not, you know what I'm saying? Let him play so we can lose. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to see him, you know what I'm saying, at point guard. We need a better point guard. But like you said, they're just behind schedule. And as I
Yeah.
talk about Drake,
Because here's the thing, like if we were losing, let's say, so it's a difference between us just out there and it's just a shit show, like it's just chaos, which what we're seeing now. Then vice versa, if we were losing, it's like, okay, yeah, we losing, but we seem like we got an idea about what we doing out there, even though we're losing, and we're going to continue to build to get a little bit better. Right now, I personally think, even though as much as I want to see the rookies, I personally think when it comes to the point guards, they are not ready. And that's why Jordy started Tyrese Martin. That's why MPJ said something. I get it. You want to develop them, but man, you want to at least make sure they know, you know what I mean? They have an idea of what they're doing out there before you just let off the training wheels. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's just me personally.
Nah, I agree. I agree. That's why I said before the season started, I said 3 rookies going to the G. All right. I said 3 rookies going. Now they got 3 rookies going to the G. Jordy said, I'm gonna throw these 3-point guards into the fire. And he did. Did anyone like what they see? Absolutely not. No one liked what they see.
They don't like what they see, but yet they want to see more. Just so they can complain and be like, man, these guys is trash. Why did Sean Morris pick these guys? Listen, it's not that they trash. Y'all want to see more, but y'all might not like what y'all gonna see if y'all see more. If they not ready, they not ready at the moment.
Exactly. They not ready. And you you can't, you know what I'm saying? Your opinion on both is, like I said, you want to see more, but yet you don't like what you're seeing. So like, these dudes, we could have drafted better. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows, at least us as fans would have drafted different players. Me understanding what's going on with these players, the best passers, and they got all the best passers in the draft. Everyone's passing is magnificent that we drafted. Is the other parts of their game that everyone is impatient on. You know what I'm saying? Saying they should play it through, play it through, play it through. Nah, they shouldn't play it through, right? As I said, if you're looking for development, you look at the team. You're watching the team grow as a team. You seeing, like I said on Scott's podcast, he sat Saraf down. Not that Martin did a lot of things better, but he got to sit down and watch Martin play point guard. He got to see him bring the ball up and not lose it. You know what I'm saying? He got to see how he ran down court with no problems and getting, you know what I'm saying, being physical or running the play and what he does. Sometimes you got to sit down and watch the game, you know what I'm saying, see how somebody else do it so you can get some understanding. And that's what I felt like Jordy did with Tyrese yesterday. Sat Saraf down, watch Reese run point guard for a little bit. Not saying he's better than you at running point guard, but I want you to see how he operates. I want you to see where he moved to, who he goes to first, what side of the floor. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. I think Jordy gave Saraf a visual, and Nolan if he was on there. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, sometimes you got to see the game a different way from sitting down and not playing. Sometimes when you're playing, you miss a whole lot of stuff. When you sit down and watch it, you can evaluate the game a little bit different.
Listen, man. Listen, I think me personally, Jordy knows these guys better than me, you, and everybody in these comments. Okay, like he sees these guys every day. He sees them in practice. He knows who's ready and who's not. And you know what? Just because you're not giving a rookie 30 to 40 minutes of playing time don't mean you ain't trying to develop them. Listen, the more polished they get, the better they get, the better understanding they get of what's going on out there, the more minutes they get. Period. You got to ease them into it. If they not ready, they not ready. All these rookies are not going to be ahead of schedule. Less than 1% of the rookies that were drafted are ahead of schedule right now. Everybody's not going to be Dylan Harper. Everybody's not going to be VJ Edgecombe. Everybody's not going to be these guys. You feel me? Some guys, it's going to take a little bit longer. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I get it. You want to see them have playing time, but I want to see them get playing time, but I don't just want to see them get playing time just for the hell of being out there getting beat up on and being demoralized and they don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to ease them into it. As they learn more and get more polished, the more responsibility and the more playing time they get. Not saying that you don't give them any playing time. I'm just saying you just don't give them like all of the minutes just off the back and they don't know what they're doing yet. Yeah, I think that's a little bit unfair to them if you do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you, like he said, he throwing them into the fire. They've been in the fire, and you know what I'm saying, and it's getting too hot. And he like, hold up, maybe this isn't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to draw back some minutes and let y'all watch a little bit, give y'all some time and watch a little bit. But like I said, like with Drake, I think they trying to be careful with Drake. The dude get in for the second time and get hurt after one time scoring, which he did look good scoring. You know what I'm saying? But the one time he scored, he gets hurt. The second time he scored, he gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say sometimes fans gotta understand just because it's the NBA and we drafted 5 players don't mean they all have to play 3 minutes
right away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, 3 minutes is a waste of time. You hear people talk about it in AAU. If you gonna put me in at the end of the game, I'm supposed to show the coach something. I can't show you nothing
Oh,
because
well, hold on. But what happened to all the people that was shitting on the Nets for taking their time with Drake Powell? And what happens? Just
that's
soon
what
as
I'm
he
saying.
comes back, he tweaks his ankle and he's out again. But yeah, y'all wanted this guy to play two games ago. Oh, he's ready. He's not hurt. He's ready. Da 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 da. Now the dude re-aggravated his fucking ankle. He was already on a you know what I mean, on a short leash. Now who knows how long he gonna be out now?
Right. Danny got a hurt ankle. He's got a hurt ankle. Yeah, I think he had jumper's knee before or something like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, man, the G is not a bad thing. Let these dudes go down there and put up some numbers on somebody for y'all to get excited. Y'all excited right now to see what y'all don't like. You know what I'm saying? And then your excitement goes down. They should be playing more. And then like, oh,
Listen, all I'm saying is, Ice, once these rookies start playing and listen, and they start going through the fire, I don't want to hear no complaints. I don't want to hear you in the comments and in here talk about, man, Ben Surrell is ass. Man, why Sean Marks draft these guys? Because then it's going to turn to that. Then it's going to turn to, oh man, we want to see the rookies get all the minutes here. Man, these guys are ass, man. Why Sean Marks even draft these guys? Because a lot of people are impatient, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I get it. We want to see progress, but you're not gonna always get what you want when you want it. That's just how it goes. So that's life.
Exactly. Now, like you said, player one says that they ain't injured rookies 20 minutes plus be consistent. No, they don't. They don't need not if you see the thing is if I'm gonna paint this picture for you, right? Every once in a while you get a player that can adjust quickly, but you gotta remember all these guys are overseas, they're trying to adjust to the league right now. Giving them 20 minutes could actually hurt them or it can help them. I'm not saying which one it is, right? No, I can't say, but it can. You've seen players, you've seen people get in the game, and then never see him in the NBA again after a couple games. Tyrese Martin played early in his career, he ended up in the G, right? A couple people ended up. So Siakam played early, he ended up in the G. I can go through a list of people that play early that y'all just say, oh, they need to play 20 minutes or they need to do this. It will help them. Sometimes it don't help them because you realize how much work they need. And then you still like, okay, y'all can do it. Now, go down to the G. Like I said, put up these numbers, get comfortable down there. You know what I'm saying? I will bring you back up. I said it on my last podcast. These guys are not Long Island Nets guys. These are Brooklyn Nets guys that were drafted here. When you go down there, they do not stay down there unless they need a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for them it's easy for Drake to go down there and drop like 25, and then they're like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring you back up. As I said with Clowney, as I said with Jay Wills, as I said with Day'Ron Sharp. They sent Day'Ron Sharp down there like 50 times. No one is saying nothing when Day'Ron went down there 50 times. Now they think Day'Ron should start. What happened to Day'Ron Sharp? I got to explain again. He went down to the G. He was always in foul trouble, could not stay on the floor. No matter how many times we brought him up, he couldn't stay on the floor. He went down to the G. He worked on staying on the floor. Finally, he got to a point where sometimes he would foul out, sometimes he would play longer. Why? Because we sent them down to the G because he was not ready. He was not ready. No matter how much you wanted to see Day'Ron play, he was not ready. And
exactly.
Still some of y'all think he should start over Clax. And again, I talk about development. Y'all not talking about Claxton now putting up these numbers that y'all wanted. Don't say the jordi development is not working because you didn't see Clax put up these numbers. Fans were crying for Clax to put up these numbers and not giving him no props, Joey. You there?
Yeah, give me a second, Ice.
All right. Yeah, they ain't giving Sharp is not a good example. He's not good. Day'Ron Sharp is one of the best rebounders in the league per 36 minutes, buddy. You know what I'm saying? he's one of the best rebounders in the league. He definitely is a good example because he was drafted late. So was Clowney, drafted late. Jalen Wilson, drafted second round. All these guys, oh, that's because he sits in the paint. No, he's a center. Where is he supposed to sit at? Yo, he's the biggest guy on the team. What is he supposed to do? Cover the perimeter?
They
Nah,
say he
man.
got the blicky now, man. I don't know. They say they got the blicky, so he might need to be on a perimeter.
Yo, nah, but he's saying all he do is sit in the paint. That's why he grab all those rebounds. That's not why Daron grabbed. He is a good example because he's a guy that went down to the G multiple times as a rookie. In his second year, he went down to the G. He did not stay on the NBA floor and just play his life away 20 minutes just because he's a rookie. That's not the way it works. He was down in the G. Jalen Wilson won a championship with Kansas, went down to the G, did what? Came back up. Then did what? Was the Summer League MVP. I mean, come on, y'all gotta see the way things are working for some of these guys. I'm not saying it works for everybody, because everybody don't operate the same. But if you looking for development, where are y'all looking for development at? Because y'all say this is that, that's not that, that's not that, and I point out development to y'all, and y'all just ignore it. You know what I mean?
All right, so it's not that it's not development. It's just that nobody cares about Sharp right now. You know what I mean? So nobody was crying about, Sharp not getting these minutes when he got drafted and all that because the team was in a different state. Now we got 5 rookies and we're a very, very young team rebuilding. And it's like, yo, we want to see the rookies. We want to see the rookies. The rookies need playing time. The rookies need playing time, and they absolutely do. There's no denying that they need playing time.
Right.
But just because they need playing time don't mean you still gotta fucking play basketball the correct way. You can't have a bunch of chaos out there. That's not helping them. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you and I agree, and that's why I said I'm gonna take that back. Jay was right. You do need some kind of veteran presence on the floor. I think it needs to be a mixture of veteran guys, and I think you need to find Jordy needs to find a way to fill his rookies in the rotation. And as they get better, as time goes along and they get better, they get more responsibility and more minutes. Period.
Yeah, fact.
I mean, it's not fucking hard, but I don't know.
No, I think it is hard though. I think it's difficult because you try, like he said, like losing all these games ain't fun for rookies and it ain't fun for vets. You know what I'm saying? Even though fans want to tank to get AJ and Cam or Cam and Peterson, it's still not helping to lose all those games. They want to win games, so he has to do something to try to win games.
But it's not the fact that we losing games. It's the fact I want to try to get this straight. It's not the fact that we losing games, right? It's the fact that we're playing ugly fucking basketball. It is chaos out there, bro. I'm watching the games. I'm like, yes. Oh my God, it's glaring. It's like, yo, it's certain things that we don't have. As and people said that we weren't going to win that many games this year because we have rookie point guards, and they were right. You saw a big glaring difference. Like, I'll tell you one thing: if we had Dennis Schroeder or D'Lo on this team, we might have won a game by now.
Yes.
I'm just like our point guard situation. I don't know. I'm not gonna say none of these guys gonna pan out, but I think they're not polished enough, and they're gonna need a little. They're gonna need work, man. Material like solid point guards in this league, and you know what? When you don't got solid point guard play on the floor, that hurts everybody else on the floor, bro. The game gets ugly. NJ already said it. He brought this shit up. He said that's the Jordy started Tyrese Martin. It doesn't, whether you think it was the right move or not, you decide. I'm just
yeah, Joey. I think so too. You still there? Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, if we had Dylan Harper, and he in and we already know playing the way he's playing with San Antonio, like that. Oh, for sure. Jordy starting him off rip. He's starting that because Jordy trusts him. Jordy knows he's ahead of schedule. Jordy don't got that confidence in these guys yet. And I get it, them, and they have to play, but he still has to ease them along, bro. You can't just be like, yo, yeah, go out there, yeah, go and play fucking 40 minutes, and he out there turning the ball over, and he can't read defenses, and he's struggling, and this, that, and the third, and just muck up the whole damn basketball game. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Joe, you're breaking up sometimes. You're going crazy on the breakup. But yeah, if we had somebody that was had a schedule like Dennis Hopper, then it would be different. And that's what fans have to understand, like you're saying, ahead of schedule and show it means that you can play. Like being behind schedule and you see it and you're like, like these dudes is not it. I seen fans call them trash. You know what I'm saying? I heard fans call them trash. I seen fans, you know what I'm saying? Not we should have drafted somebody else. Yeah, myself would have drafted somebody else. And I wanted to see, and this is the reason I talk about drafting veteran college guys, 4-year guys. Sometimes you don't want to go all the way young all the time. You want somebody who's mature and can play. I understand what they were trying to do. Jordy wants a young team. You can build the team together longer. You can keep the team together longer. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can build differently. The less money, more cap space. You know what I'm saying? You can hold the team together longer and you can build them together longer. So, did I send you a link? Easy, I can send you a link, bro, if you want to pull up. But that stuff takes time, bro. Like understanding what's going on, understanding the timing of development. It's 6 games. It's a long season. You do gotta mix everybody in. But I want to say he does a good job though. But people don't want to give him, fans don't want to give him credit for it. Jordy does a good job. Fans don't want to give him credit for it. If you don't see the rookies, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. If you don't see the rookies development yet, you look at the players on the floor. You see Claxton doing things differently. Cam is on and off right now. He's struggling. Sometimes he get more assists, sometimes he don't. MPJ is rebounding crazy. He had a bad shooting night. Had 17 and 17, bro. He ain't never had 17 and 17 on Denver. No one's talking about MPJ being on the Nets. You know what I'm saying? And I said on my podcast, Jordy said he helped MPJ be more efficient when he was on Denver. That means he's trying to do that with Cam. Get Cam to be more efficient on his team. Nice. So I think development individual guys need to pay attention and see what development is, realize what it is. It could be something small. You know what I'm saying? It don't
That's fat, but can you hear me now? Is my mic
I got you.
Yeah, but bro, I'm just telling you, bro. They don't care nothing. They don't care about nobody but the rookies, bro. Listen, some of this fan base is they just want to see the rookies play. They want to see the rookies expert the process as far as their development. They don't really care. They're not really caring.
You're breaking up a little bit, Joey, right now.
Clocks.
You're breaking up again, Joey. I'm losing you. Yeah, you still on the transformer note right now.
Yo.
Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Hello?
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, I'm just saying this fans just want to see the rookies, man. They ain't really caring about the older dudes, bro, or not the dudes that we have for a couple of years. They want to see these rookies got. They want to see. I know what it is. They want to see one of these rookies pull the franchise out of purgatory. We get it. You know, it's just they impatient. They don't want to. They don't want to wait. I'm sorry, guys. None of the guys that we drafted are ahead of schedule. That doesn't mean that they're still not going to pan out to be good NBA players. We're sorry, man. We sorry they're not knocking it out the park in 6 games in the NBA season. We're sorry, man. Just like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, easy. I sent you the link in the chat. It's in the chat, bro. We worked out Meet Clifford and then like what happened, bro? I don't know what happened to me. I thought he was one of the guys that we definitely was going to get. I thought they would like Meet Clifford. It would have helped them a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? As far as that's what I'm saying. To overlooking seniors sometimes sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because You thinking young, but like I was thinking, it's too many young people for Jordy to develop at one time. If he would have got one guy, I mean, he got Danny that was older, maybe two guys that were more a little bit more seasoned as college players, and drafted three rookies.
Oh,
That would have been probably easier for him to manage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was easy for him to manage, and I don't know how much he can handle with his development. You know what I'm saying? I know he wanted an all young team, and this is what he got, and the veterans mixed in. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to Neek, but Neek is a good player, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Easy, what's good, bro?
Ice, what's going on? Joey, what's the word, yo? What's going on, yo?
Ain't nothing.
what's good? What's good, man?
You hear the convo, or you need to run you back?
No, I hear the convo. I just want to respond to Joey real quick. One, it's not that the rookies. Well, our rookies are kind of behind the other rookies. That's one thing, but I could kind of accept that. My thing is though, all the rookies, all of them, they just been told, from what I'm seeing, go out and play your game, however that looks. You want to jump around the court, you want to shoot threes, you want to do whatever, go ahead. For our guys, for whatever reason, and in terms of long-term development, it might help, but they're getting shoehorned into roles. Bro, they not even like 20, 30 games into the season. Let them play. Let their game show up for themselves. Like I said it before. Everybody told me Jaeger is a passer. He's a distributor. I haven't seen one real piece of distributing yet. And that's because the coach hasn't put the ball in the kid's hand. And yeah, sure, the dribbling might be suspect, but let them play their game. Let them figure that out for themselves. Let them make that mistake. Like, yo, damn, son, I might be dribbling too high. You know what? Next time when I get on the court and they put me in the starting role, if I get the role to move the rock, yeah, bro, I'm you know what? I'm gonna put my dribble down a little bit low. Let me bend my back a little bit lower. Let me get my knees. Now I see what Phil Henley say. Yeah, maybe I need to get a little lower. Let them go on the court and play their game. Stop shoehorning roles like, oh yeah, he a shooter. No, I want to see more. If he a passer, let him be a passer. If he a defender, let him be a defender. If he a running guy, let him be a running guy. Let them make a mistake at least. You're not even giving a chance. And then they're getting hurt. Now I have to call in now I have to question the medical staff. I have to question the medical staff too now. Come on now. This is some bullshit. Let them
Breeze,
play the
Easy,
game.
you kind of confusing me, bro, because you saying that they don't know, they ain't giving a clear direction, and then so if they not giving a clear direction, that would have me to believe they out there doing what they want to do, and then you saying that they just, you know what I'm saying, they not giving a chance. So which one is it? They out there doing what they want to do because they don't got a clear direction, or they not getting a chance?
No, I'm saying they not doing what they want to do, and they out there just playing roles, and they barely getting time in their roles. I said it from the first game. Can somebody explain to me jordi rotation? Because I don't know why we not sure. Everybody getting minutes, everybody getting the same kind of minutes, and then barely any rookies. Like, come on, bro.
I don't believe that. Here's the thing. Jaeger has been put out there to show what he has. Nobody is limited Jaeger when he is on that court. You can see clear as day that the kid is scared, right? I'm not saying scared, but he's a little timid. He just shot his first freaking two-pointer last freaking game. He just got in the paint to shoot his first two-pointer. I can see it when Jaeger has the ball and he can't get by nobody and he's looking for that screen. He's trying to give the ball up. Jaeger's not out there trying to be aggressive. I don't see an aggressive point guard. I see some guy who's like kind of timid out there. So my G, if you out there and you trying to get it and you get into it, that's a thing. No, then I could say, okay, yeah, they trying to hold him back. This dude trying to ball out. Like he's aggressive. He's gritty. He trying to get to it. He trying to get in the paint, make the right pass, take contact. You know what? Jaeger's not showing that through these last 5 or 6 games. So that leads me to believe he's timid out there. He's not ready.
Wait, Joe. Let me say this. Cause I kind of agree with you. It does look like he's a little scared out there. But let me say this. because there was one quote Jordy had. I forgot which game it was, but it was after. I forgot which game, but Jaeger again. He didn't take any twos. It was straight threes, and there was the reporters was asking about Jaeger, and I don't have the quote in front of me, but to paraphrase it, Jordy basically saying he have to get on the court and figure it out. So my thing is though, run something for him, put him in position so he could feel more confident about himself. Cause now he just gotta take the ball and just make some bullshit. We all know our offense. We just swing the rock around the 3-point line. We barely get shit inside. We get lucky when we get shit inside. Yo, put your focus into setting something up for him. Put the ball in his hand. Let him run the pick. Make sets for him specifically. Just him. Like, fuck the other team. The team. Make him feel confident. Because if we see in it right now, they probably saw this shit in training camp.
Respectfully, he's getting picks. That's the only way he could get by somebody is if somebody giving up a pick. He's getting picks, but you know what he does? He'll get the pick, and then he won't get into the paint. He'll stop and he'll look to pass the ball. He's not aggressive enough. He's not going out there and getting it. He's not taking those chances. You saying we supposed to run all this stuff for him? We can run as much as we want for him. If Jaeger doesn't have an aggressive mindset, none of that shit is going to matter. We can run as many picks for him, as many sets for him as we want. If he's not going to be aggressive and go to the rim and put pressure on the defense, none of it matters.
So let me say this, Joey, because this situation right here, it's not the same, but for the player, I kind of equate it to when Lonzo Ball got into the league. Lonzo, great passer, stuff like that. I ain't gonna go through his whole spiel, but when he came in, he wasn't really aggressive going to the basket or like making twos. And then like you already know his shot from when he came to the league, it was kind of wonky, and he was barely taking the shot. But at the very least, we saw him picking up full court, playing defense, moving the rock. I'm not asking for much.
You talking about Lonzo or you talking about Jaeger?
Lonzo when he came to the league, but I'm just not asking for much. But if our player got kind of same skill set, like at the very least, push the break, make transition buckets, create fast break buckets. Like we got none of that.
I think he's been doing that though. He's been finding people with the outlet passes. My thing is Jaeger is not aggressive enough to get into the paint, break the defense down, and then find his teammates because he's not even trying to get in the paint to make anything shake. He's giving the ball up.
But our offense is so bullshit, bro. Like that should be running around the 3-point line. I'm like, yo, at least get 1 foot inside the three. Get to the high post. Get to the mid post.
Yo, Ease, what's the word, my guy?
What's going on, John?
Yo, listen, man. It's been 6 games, and I feel like Jordy's already hit the scotch, the picante, whatever you want to call it. This guy's definitely hitting something because to put Tyrese Martin in the starting lineup yesterday over Ben Seraphin, it's crazy because I haven't liked Ben Seraphin's game much in 6 games, but I have seen little things where after I saw what Tyrese did yesterday, I'm like, I'll take Ben Seraphin, the tank commander, every game over what Tyrese Martin gave me. And I get it. Jordy doesn't want to do the development right now. It's all about win, no matter what. Listen, Jordy, it's winning medals in EuroLeague, doing what you're doing with the Kings. That was fine. He was on probably the highest peak ever. But when you took this job, Jordy, you knew there was a chance you were going to fall. No, you were going to tumble. No, you were going to go from the hilltop to the Great Barrier Reef, and we were going to figure out if you were going to sink or swim. And right now, he's sinking a bit because this roster from top to bottom is very horrible right now. We are not a physical team. We are not an athletic team. We don't have top defenders all over this team. We don't have top scorers all over this team. MPJ and Cam, who are 2 best offensive guys, they were a 16 from 40 yesterday from field goal. MPJ was 1 from 12. He did have 17 rebounds, which makes Clowney and Claxton's rebounding look really horrible. But you just look at the numbers. There's nobody playing for each other. Everybody's playing for themselves. And we all knew coming to the season, getting a top franchise guy is a main goal, but one guy will not solve everything else. We were supposed to figure out who from this team could be the next Brooklyn Net to play with that guy and who we drafted. And so far, if you want honest takes, 3/4 of this team might be gone before then just because nobody really is playing or developing. And I get Ice wants to look at the small victories with Martin, with Wilson, with these other guys, but individualistic stuff like that doesn't help better your team long term because a lot of these guys are similar in their skill sets. And honestly, not playing the rookies is not helping them learn much. Playing these vets whose values are supposed to get better are getting worse right now. So instead of mixing it together where the vets' values can get better, the rookies get playing time, Jordy's leaning one way over another, and it's not really making things look good. He's already bringing up the locker room. It is to keep the locker room sane right now. It's like, Jordy, you had all summer long to ask this team 50 questions. Now you want to ask them questions about how they could get better? All these vets right now, we know what their ceilings are. Without stars next to these guys, none of them are going to be impactful like they want to be, especially Cam Thomas, who we see he can score 20, 30 points anytime he wants in 4 quarters. But does he help lead the winning formula for this team? No, because when he doesn't get foul calls, he gets dejected. He comes out of the game, then he hits it back towards the end. MPJ too, he could fill out the stat sheet, but does he play the winning basketball you want as a second or first option? No. So, like, we all know what this roster is. The only thing is when you're doing so bad on the tank side of things, which is good for us, you want to see your young guys get as much burn as possible. And to see Powell play yesterday, he had another great play where he finished to the rim, but then he got hurt, which sucks. But the good thing is before he got hurt, I can see the potential there. I can see what he can do. And it's like he's your best athlete and he can't play because of injury. But the other rookies are just watching. Like if I'm a rookie right now watching a Tyrese Martin give me 20 minutes of 0 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, it's not a whole lot of film to watch. So I get what Jordy's trying to do here with the short-term part of this, but you got to embrace your rookies. Embrace the madness, the deep end. Try to swim a little bit, Jordy. The myth of Jordi Fernandez is over from last year. It's now Jordi Fernandez the man. And so far, we're seeing a guy that instead of embracing it, he's moving away from what he said. Now he's saying things like Noah Clowney's great when he's not. 0 points and 0 rebounds isn't great. And then he said Cam Thomas is a great defender. Him lying about his team, trying to build them up, is not building them up. It's just making him look even worse as a leader. So hopefully these next 6 games, Jordy can figure out how to mix this up somewhat better, even though it's not going to be great, but to make sure that everybody's benefiting in some way, because not a single player is benefiting right now, especially the coach.
Okay. I'm gonna run that back. He says Cam is playing better defense. If he says
He's not playing better defense.
If he says Cam is playing better defense, he's not making it up. It's just like I said.
We're watching it though, Ice. He's not playing great defense.
Even if he's
not
not, though,
even
if he's not, what he's supposed to do? Bash Cam in a press conference and say
he's lying though, Joey. Like I thought this guy had no problem being honest.
But is he supposed to be bashing his players in the media? Is that a good thing to do?
A work in progress. He can say it's the terminology of your words. I can be a great coach and say it's a work in progress. I'm not going to say it's great when it's not, because I saw Twitter crashing out on this yesterday. And I'm like, why is Jordy saying this to get the fallout like he is right now? Just say he's a work in progress. We all know Cam, his playmaking still a work in progress. 1 assist last night. But all I have to say is a work in progress. I mean, if you want to get away with it, but to say it's great, that's nothing.
He doesn't have to say it's a work in progress. And this is what I'm talking about. Even if it's even if it's a small change, fans don't want to recognize what Jordy is doing for a player. Development doesn't have to be superstar. Development doesn't have to be Cam is averaging 9 assists now. It's slow, it's small, it's steps to get where he needs to go. Everyone complained about Cam playing defense. Now Jordy says Cam is getting better at defense. And here we go. No, why is he lying? He's lying. Cam has been playing better. He's giving more effort on defense. Again,
still not great.
Hold on. It's getting better. Now that Jordy is recognizing it and saying it, you know what I'm saying? It goes out the window.
Ice. Us and the Pelicans are going to have the worst defensive rating in NBA history. Right now, Utah has it. We're 8 points ahead on that right now. So he can say that all he wants about defense, but it's not getting better. He can lie about it, but it's not.
It's fine. We know we're not going to be a good team. Jordy's job is right now, we are watching development. We're not looking for winning. We're not looking to get to the play-in. We're looking for development. When people watch the game, it's the small things. Saraf passing, we see that. Okay, that's what he got in his bag. Yegor, 3-point shooting. Oh, he got that in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Now we look forward to see what, like Easy said, what else can he do? And Joey said he finally got his 2 points the last game. That was something different. Okay, now he's starting to open up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for nothing else. Every guy on the court, you're looking for a small development. You're not looking for something. You're not looking for a whole team chemistry and we out here hooping. You're not looking for that.
And what about Clowney? Because we're talking about individual growth, stuff like development. 0 points, and for 6 games, not one single block. Cam Thomas has more blocks in 6 games than Clowney, who's 234 pounds, and this guy has not done anything on physical defense whatsoever. And Jordy said he's doing great right now. He's only 7 for like 20 on 3-point shots. All he's done is hit or miss 3-point shots. Like, there's nothing that's changed about Clowney. The crazy is when Clowney came here 2 years ago, when we had who's the coach that we had, Ice, the assistant coach? Ollie? When Ollie was here, this guy was shot blocking 7 to 9 guys. He had 7 to 9 shot blocks on different nights. Right now, it's 0. Like, this guy looks the part, but he's not showing himself to be playing the part. This is horrible development. We're talking about Jordy, who's saying it's great what he's doing right now. Empty stats are great. Not being impactful is great. This is my problem, Ice. Yes, you can lie about it because the Goals get a top pick, but you can't lie about development. When we're watching it, I'm watching it, Ice. I'm seeing people not even play defense on Clyde. They're just taking the ball from his hands, like pickpocketing him. That's not development. Like, I get what you're saying, Ice, but there's a lot wrong there with what you're saying, too. Not you, but what Jordy's saying.
Well, let me say this, because I remember Joey bringing this point on previous podcasts ago. Our rookie's been hurt. You could call that phantom speak or whatever, but regardless of what, they not available to play, even from the beginning of the season. So that kind of like threw some things out of whack. We couldn't get to see like everybody fully. We still didn't see Danny Wolf, Nolan minutes limited, Drake minutes limited, Diego minutes limited. So that's the thing that's playing into a part. But so we didn't get to see them. But I would have expected by this time, at least, because we got 5 of them, at least one of them to like showcase and like have like a outright game, like that. Not exactly how that Cedric Coward game went against, I forgot the team, where he just scored like crazy 3-pointers, but like something similar to that, where they could have like a stage to like showcase that, to like show them out like, all right, this rookie has problems. And plus, it's going to be hard because Jordy want to do right by some players, because if you outright just play rookies and stuff, the veterans going to get lost in the sauce in that. But I was expecting like a breakout game by now, at least. Like, I think it was the first game, Yegor had that breakout game where he shot the threes. I thought it would have developed from right there. And all right, I shot 2 threes. Now let me take the ball, go inside the paint. After that moment, it's just been threes. So it's like
he's gonna have to get muscles, Ease. But you're talking about like the stuff with the injury stuff with Powell. Let's remember this about Yegor. We were under the impression that he suffered the plantar fasciitis in summer league. But what he told Brian Lewis before the first game was, I suffered this injury in my draft process. So either his agency lied about that, or Sean just, again, waived the medical records because we didn't want to botch up even more they're already botching. But it's like, if you're asking this team to give you honesty on medical records, you're going to be stuck scratching your head for a good long time. Like, I'm done with trying to figure out guys' medical records. Either they're available to play or they're not ready to play right now. And Powell, even though he's gotten hurt twice, he's shown me more athletic finish at the rim than any of our rookies. I remember that, even though he's hurt right now.
John, let me ask you this then. So, like, because rookies, for the most part, during the draft, exhibition, everything like that, it's not like the rookies go and showcase their talents for every team. Certain teams call them up like, oh, I want to see this player and stuff like that. So let me just put this hypothetical in front of you. What happened if the Nets asked to work out Yegor, and when they worked him out, he suffered an injury with them? Wouldn't it be incumbent on the organization to hide that? Because we're still picking the guy, but the things we asked him to do, he got hurt doing it. So,
and this is before we would select the guy, right? We find out he's hurt, and then his value just sinks. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, that maybe that saved us if that happened. Bad for him, but for us, we have no chance to draft somebody that is in our ballpark range that we can get. Like, but this is my thing, though. If Diego was hurt, why play him in summer league? Because it actually set him back playing him in summer league. Maybe he could have rested the whole summer, been ready for training camp, maybe played one preseason game, maybe he's starting right now, as opposed to having to play catch up. And we know he has a lack of speed, but maybe the injury still is bothering him why he can't drive by other players, besides not being physically strong. Like, he's not physically strong, he's a slow player, and he's got a foot injury right now he's dealing with. Like, anybody who's looking at that should go, hey, maybe there's a reason why he's not driving a lot. Maybe he could. Maybe he just want to test the ankle. And I know Breezy's saying shut him down, but Yeager is the only guy getting playing time out of our rookies. We shut Yeager down, no rookies playing until maybe the end of the season. And is that development? No, it's not development.
It's not that. This is what I'll be saying, man. I can only explain it so much. With Yeager, right? Yeager, it was said that he wasn't a good shooter, right? He got hurt himself in college, didn't shoot well, started back playing well towards the end of his tournament, came to the NBA Combine, shot well. Now, the stigma on him was he wasn't a good shooter. He was had the best vision. He comes in and he's shooting lights out, right? That's what I'm saying. When you see things like that, like you said, you expected him to go from there. Where is he going to go from there? That's what he does. His nickname is Three Gore. It didn't go to the paint gore. It's Three Gore. You know what I'm saying? Joey pointed out the last game he finally got to the paint. So what I'm saying is, when you see something, when you see him doing something over and over again, expect to get that from him. When you see Saraf in the game, most likely what you expect him to pass the ball, because that's what he's been doing. You're not looking for scoring. You're not looking for all right. You're not looking for scoring. You're looking for him to pass the ball because that's what he's giving you. Now you're looking for something else. You gotta wait till he give it to you. Not saying like you gotta, okay, now you done did that. Let me see you do something else. Now we gotta wait around and see exactly what he does. He made a few passes already. He's gotten to the paint and made a few passes. Transition, like I explained, that's going to the paint is not his game. Shooting the three, getting the screen, like Joey pointed out, getting to in the mid and passing it somewhere. Getting to the cup is not his game. That is not his game. Point guard, maybe. Point forward, better at. You know what I'm saying? That's his game. Trayor, like Brian pointed out in the chat, is too much of a project. You see him getting the game. He goes to the right hand all the time, barely to the left, runs straight downhill and breaks the layup. That tells you Trayor is not ready. He needs to go down to the G, and he should go down to the G. I know Pod, and I see myself watching him. He can put up numbers. They say he's damn near as good as Fairs, but you won't see it because this league right now is taking his skill set back a little bit. It's not because he's not playing. It's because what you see when you see it, you're like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? He needs a lot of work. And I say again, Danny probably needs to go down to the G, get a little bit stronger. His defense ain't gonna be that good, but then we already know Danny can put up numbers. What does Danny need to work on? Defense. What's better to work on defense than going down to the G for a couple of games and see what he can do down there and build his confidence up for defense and then throw him in the game. Same with Drake Powell. You see, like we said, Drake Powell looks good athletically, can't stay healthy. Send him down to the G. Let him build back up. Take it easy down there. Everyone's not running 100 miles an hour with grown men and the best athletes in the world having him trying to keep up when he's injured.
He's running by grown men though. With Powell, we've seen in two plays he can finish at the rim.
Now he's not though because he's injured.
That's all because of injury. Like if you want to send him to G League for training regimen stuff like that, maybe play one G League game. That's fine. That's all he needs. That guy is ready to go right now. He looks closer to game shape, minus the ankles a little bit, but otherwise, physicality wise, he looks in way better shape than any of our guys right now. Like I understand Ice, he might need a G League game or two and some training preparation, but that guy's ready to go right now for us. He's our only defensive energy besides anybody else who's giving you no defensive energy right now. Like that's the guy you want to see grow through the struggles a bit because he does have a lot of potential to go for him on this case. He really does.
And spacing, I heard them talking about spacing in the chat, Javon. Yeah, none of our, and this is another reason, Joey, that I think they play a Reese because he can shoot the three. So Roth shooting is not well. Trayor shooting is not well at the point guard position. So that closes the floor up a little bit. You know what I mean? So spacing is going to be a problem for us regardless because they're not shooting. So you got to put Man, you got to put Martin, you got to put Cam at times, and that's why sometimes the offense looks a little better. That's why sometimes we stay in the game a little bit more because they can space the floor a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to look at the game and the strategy. The game and the strategy sometimes doesn't always, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes may not always catch it. But Saraf, he's a decent passer. He's a big guard, 6'7", a little bit crafty. You know what I'm saying? He could do a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But don't expect a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect something different right away. They got to get familiar. Shit. Like I said, 3 of them needed to go down to the G. 3 of them went down to the G. Like I said, they don't got to stay down there. They're going to come back up. But like I said, some of the games, we got blown out 3 games. The other 3 games were close. Cam and MPJ haven't found a rhythm together yet. And I want to say it's because of the point guard play. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because of the point guard play that they have not found the rhythm yet together. But like I said, the MPJ rebounding 17 rebounds for a playing power forward. That's wild crazy.
One of the things that I think Jordi went wrong with is starting Ben Saraf on opening day. I think he should have started Tyrese Martin on opening day. And then if that didn't work out, you could have went to Saraf to see what else you could have got.
Why is that?
Because when you go to Tyrese Martin now, you saying Ben Saraf is not giving you certain things that you need in the court for the team to be maximized. And when I look at it, I see Tyrese Martin operating the pick and roll on a different level than Ben Saraf. I see him organizing the offense a little bit different than Ben Saraf, meaning he got a little bit of leadership and a little bit of voice around the fellas. And then, I know he had 0 points, but some of the plays he's making for the team is different than what Ben Saraf is offering him. He's giving them different looks and better looks. So I think you should have started with Tyrese Martin from there. Because, from the first game, I saw it. Ben Saraf.
Hold on, you don't want the development because development is important. You got to get a rookie to playing time. They need to play the minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you ain't got to start the game though, Joe. You ain't got to start the game though.
I know that, but I'm telling you, if it was up to some of the fans, they want the whole 5 rookies starting and getting 30, 40 minutes a game. So here's my thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that he went with Saraf. He went with his rookie point guard that he's trying to develop, that he knew had some professional playing time under his belt. He felt he was mature for his age. Put the kid out there to see what he got. It didn't work out. It's okay to pull him back and be like, hey, we gonna step back a couple of steps because you're not ready, and we gonna go with Tyrese, and that's okay. Fuck all this soft shit. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Put you out there. And we see what you got, and if it don't pan out, we go back to the drawing board.
But to be respectful to these guys, none of them not going to be ready, especially with this roster that we got. It's not like a competent roster. It's not like Utah.
You know what? I'm not saying.
Is that me? Is it me?
No, it's Joey.
Oh, Joey, you
the basketball.
Wait, Joey,
can you hear me?
Repeat that, because you went Megatron for a second.
Okay, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you straight now.
Okay, what I'm saying is be competent enough to take care of the basketball and run the offense and get your teammates involved. That's it. We're not saying you got to be like coming off the stoop, scoring 20 points a game with 6-7 assists. I'm not asking for that. What we asking for is a steady hand. Can you play solid defense? Can you take care of the basketball, and can you get your teammates involved?
I don't even think we asked for 20 points or high box score numbers because
I know I was being sarcastic when I said that.
I know, but
yeah.
But in a sense, I don't even think we even looking for numbers. I think we I'm just talking for the fans that's losing their mind perspective. I don't even think they're looking for numbers, even though the numbers would probably help the case and put them down a level. But I think they're just really looking for the same way how we looked in preseason. Nolan is a fast motherfucker. He gonna do something. Or Danny Wolf could handle the rock. He could make a few plays. I think we're just looking for that.
I think the most important thing what we looking for is taking care of the basketball. as you can see when you watch these games, the Nets are turning the ball over at an alarming rate, bro. They are just giving the ball up like it's ridiculous. They beating themselves. And that's because we don't have a competent point guard, bro. We don't have a competent floor general out there or somebody competent enough to make sure guys in their correct spots, make the right passes. We don't got a guy that can be that quarterback out there. The guys that we got out there that's doing that or that we did have out there are rookies and they're learning on the fly.
Yeah, I agree. Daniel in the chat says, which one of these picks do you think was Jordy's picks? Because outside of Drake Kyle, Coach Love defenders, and these guys can't defend. I think all the dudes that can pass, right? I think all the dudes that can pass is his picks because we didn't have that. I kind of explained that before. We didn't have guys that could really pass the rock. All we really had was Cam that could score and Dennis. And when Dennis left, we got D'Lo. And when D'Lo left, we had nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Ice? I'm really tired of that. These guys can pass, right? Because here's my thing. What does it matter if you can pass if you can't put pressure on the rim? None of that shit matters. You need to be able to put pressure on the basketball rim to make the defense honest, break the defense down, make something shake for yourself or your teammates. You could be a good passer all you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't create and break the defense down and make them honor you and make them respect you, none of that matters. Jaeger is a good passer. But you know what? The pass gotta be there. Like he ain't going out there and creating the shit. It's just there and he's making the right read. I need a motherfucker who's gonna put pressure on the basketball rim. You know what I mean? Get downhill, make the right pass, get his teammates involved, or go to the line, or do something, make something shake. I'm tired of this. Oh, I'm gonna just dribble around and pass the ball off because I can't get by my guy, or where's my screen? Nah. That's when players from other teams see guys like that, you know what they see? They see food. They're like, this dude is food, bro. Mm-hmm. He can't get by me. He can't do nothing. He don't
even want to do nothing. He don't even want to do nothing.
Yeah, but that's my thing. They don't respect them. As a defender, I'm not respecting no guy that's not aggressive and ain't going to the rim and trying to make me pay. I'm like, yo, this dude is sore. And it's okay. I get it. These guys are young, but what I'm saying, none of them really got that. Ben Saraf got it a little bit. The thing with Ben Saraf is when he get into the paint, he can't finish.
He can't finish. He getting fucked up in there.
Yeah. He's aggressive in getting in the paint, but he just don't got enough athleticism and craftiness about him to finish.
Because there was one play I saw him get into the paint, and I saw him throw a little hook, and then he just got like blocked right in his face. So it's like
exactly. It's like they like, okay, yeah, you caught us with that little first quick step, Ben. But then you know what? Whoever's guarding him is going to recover, and they pinning his shit because once he got that quick first step, right? But Ben doesn't have that athletic explosiveness to really finish strong at the rim. You see when he jumped like he got cement blocks on his feet. No disrespect, but he's just not he's not an athletic guy. Like, yeah, he's big for his size and his age, but he's not an athlete like that.
Yeah, he's not an athlete. Craftiness, quickness, even though he's slow, he get by people sometimes. Like I said, he in his league, he was a good scorer. He's a good player. Adjustment for him, but that's why I said about playing Reese easy. I think he wanted Saraf to see that. You know what I'm saying? Not like your idea is to play Reese first and then bring him in, but I think he let him, like Joey said, let him play first and see what he does, and then like, okay, Reese, you go in there and you do these things, and then he got to sit down and watch. It's not a bad thing to see. Not saying Reese is a great point guard or anything, but he got to see him operate like you said. Those are things that fans miss that I be talking about of Reese being developed, and then like, you know what I'm saying, he's an older player. It doesn't matter. You ain't never seen Reese operate, pick a role like the way that you're talking about. And if you didn't, you pointed it out to somebody so they can watch, and then you can watch and see a Saraf. Not saying copy it, but you know what I'm saying, mimic some of that stuff and add it into his game and see if it helps him a little bit.
See, we talk about the spacing stuff, and that's cool. We get it, but we got to understand what creates spacing. You know what creates spacing? You need a mixture of guys who can put pressure on the defense, break the defense down, and you need shooters. We got a little bit of shooters, but we don't got too many guys. I said one guy that can really put pressure on the defense and get to the basket. That's Cam. That's it. Really, it on a consistent basis.
Yeah, but the nigga don't look for nobody.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, easy. If we had more players who can put pressure on the basket, things would be easier for us. If we had more players who could shoot and put pressure on the basket, no matter we can solve that spacing issue. Because you know why? You know, it's easy to play the Nets when you got one guy who can really create for himself, and everybody else is just standing around and subpar jump shooters.
You see, but Joey, this is why I expected Cam Thompson to fully step into this role this season, especially with the shit that's going on for him, because that shit would have just shined better on him. Step into the leadership role, fuck your stats, get everybody organized. At that point, if you can't get the 30 mil, at least the sake of it, another team is going to take you and put in a good role. Maybe not the money you're looking for, but you get the fuck out of this hell. I fully expected him. I thought the same thing too. I thought maybe MPJ would have showed me a little bit more. He did not show me more on the playmaking side. It's just straight buckets right now. It's straight buckets. It is straight buckets. But I thought Cam
the only one I can...
Real quick, Joe. I thought Cam would have stepped into the role, took the playmaking role, made everybody better, not try to look for shots, because he's the only one that got the best handle, could get into the paint and put pressure on the rim. So I think it's only like, yeah, you're gonna need multiple, but right now in our team, you only need him to do that, and it would look like a whole different day if he just decided to do that. It would look like a whole different game. But go ahead, Joey.
No, I can't hear you. But I was gonna say this real quick. I think Drake Powell can definitely do it. He has the tools to do it. He has the quickness, the athleticism. He has the tools to be able to put pressure. You seen what he did in that short little sample size with him really getting downhill and putting pressure on the basket. That's what we need, bro. In this NBA, if you can't put pressure on the basket, you are nothing, bro. To me, you a role player. If you can't put pressure on the basket, if you can't make the defense conform to what you're doing, you are a role player. You stand over in the corner and you wait till somebody pass you the ball for you to shoot. You feel what I'm saying? You can't get to your own spots. You can't put pressure on the defense. You can't get downhill and make the defense freaking adjust to what you're doing.
Yeah, that's why I think they think Diego is a wing, because he struggles. Like I said, I seen him overseas create off a swing pass, and that's either is it a screen or a swing pass. How he creates one jab step, go. He gets to the lane, makes the right play, or floater, or dunk, depending on what the lane looks like. Saraf creates for himself. He can create for others, as you can see. In this league, he's not a scorer yet. You know what I'm saying? He might be later on. Trey York's the same thing. A lot on his team, he really didn't have nobody. They would set 3 screens for him to get downhill. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't had nobody. They just load up on Trey York. So with that being said, like, I think the Nets know they need to run screens with all these guys. They just don't. They run those little actions and run around, and you know what I'm saying, like the MPJ. Everybody can't use that. So you know what I'm saying? I don't think the Nets I don't think the offense is doing the rookies any justice if they're not setting screens like every time with day
right.
They need big screens for these dudes.
Right. That's why I'm sick of this. Oh well, they can pass. Yeah, they can. I'm like, yeah, they can pass, but is they breaking down the defense and passing? It's a difference between, I'm gonna break down the defense. I'm gonna get to my spots. Either I'm gonna take my shot or I'm gonna make the right read and get my playmate involved. I'm gonna make something shake. I'm gonna go out there and break the defense down. Vice versa. Oh, Jaeger did a nice little outlet pass and found Cam Thomas for 2. It's a difference. Like it's levels, bro.
But you know what I mean? See, Joey, I can't even say that. You see, just like how you said, it's levels. So I can't even say you're a good passer if I haven't seen you go into the tiers and levels of passing.
Exactly.
So when you say, yo, I need you to go inside the paint and make the read and kick the ball out, yo, you see me? Now I'm at, can you do that, my nigga? Because I haven't seen that. I don't give a fuck about that college shit. Can
Exactly.
you do all these niggas on the court right now, all Americans, all NBA niggas, nigga. So can you do that
Right,
against that
exactly.
competition?
Exactly. You got to be able to do that in the NBA, bro. The NBA, shit. The defense ain't gonna break itself down. Like these is big boys you playing with. These is real athletes, grown men. Like, nah, you need to be able to go out there and impose your will. If you not, you gonna get your food ate. Simple. You see what Oubre did to Clowney, right? Clowney dribbling the ball. What'd he do? He just nudged him and took it right from him. Just took the ball right out his hand. Like, give me that.
Yeah.
I don't respect you, bro. You can't handle the ball, and I think you soft, and I don't think you gonna protect the rock, and I don't think you gonna stand up for yourself. I'm taking this ball from you. You're food.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, I know we asking for it, but I'm just tired of fucking do a DHO, do a dribble handoff. Like, what my problem with a screen is, like, you need it, but sometimes, especially how we talking, Joey, like when the other players on the court, the defenders looking at you like food. So when you bring the screen, when you call for the screen, you are basically calling for a trap on yourself, because I don't have to respect either the guy or you. And more times than not, I'm not going to respect you to make that pass, get out of this situation. So if I trap you real quick, I know you're just getting the ball out your hand.
Here's
so,
my thing, though, right? This the shit that killed me. And I'm not trying to bash Jaeger, but my dude, you get the screen, right? And then you get the bigger player on you, and you still won't take advantage of that. Have we not noticed that? Like, he will get the screen and get the mismatch and still won't be aggressive.
Yeah.
Because you got nothing to go to.
Exactly.
You got nothing to go to.
That's why I put him in the Hallie category of he needs to run. If he don't run by you, if he don't see, I don't think he know how to take an angle yet either. You know what I'm saying? Hallie uses an angle to get around you in a little bit of speed. I don't think he knows the angles yet. I don't think he understands how to get around somebody unless it's a screen set and he could get you with one move and move you slightly, you know what I'm saying, or step back, because he do a step back three off the screens usually.
But to be fair, I understand angles at this young age like that. That's a lot to ask for a young player. Like
that's true. I feel what y'all saying, and my thing is, guys, and everybody in the chat, listen, I'm not going on the rookies. I'm not asking them to knock it out the park. All I'm looking for them to do is be aggressive and at least try. At least try. If I see you out there and you're trying to be aggressive, you're trying to get you to your spots, you're trying to get people involved, you're just, you know what, you're falling short. I'm cool with that. I just want to see where your mentality at. I don't want no soft players on this team, man. You know what I mean? Like, I want dogs.
Yeah. Javon said Fambo over. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we still got one more two-way open. I really hope and I wish that they put Fambo on the two-way. Like I said, they got Grant Nelson on the G League team. They make it an R team. They cut him and put him on the G. I don't know about Fambo. There hasn't been any more news about Fambo coming back here. They said Nets Daily said he could either play for Long Island or he could go back to China. I don't know which one he chose, but the Nets should have put him on the two-way.
He going back to China, bro.
Seriously.
He's going back to China. Why would you gotta think about it, like, why would I even want to join this team? And then, like, now I gotta hope to play for another team in the A or keep on rolling in the G. I might as well just try to take my talent to the China League and see where I could go from there.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but you know what I'm saying? The G is a way for him to get into the NBA. I think he's better than Grant Nelson. He's way more skilled than Clowney. He's way more skilled than Grant Nelson. Shit, he might be more skilled than Zaire too. I don't know if he's better than them, but I know for skill wise, his skill set, he's better for sure. You know what I mean? I don't know about his whole game like that. I know he can shoot the three and all that, but he didn't have a good showcase. And Brian said, "Man, we might as well sign Imani Bates to the 2-way."
Hey, listen, man. That boy was projected to be a first round pick. He slid to the second round, got drafted by Cleveland. Cleveland needed a forward because at that time they had Isaac Okoro. They only brought Amani Bates up like probably like a handful of times from the G, dropped him back in the G, left his ass there.
Yeah.
That was our coach of the year, Kenny Atkinson, doing all of that.
Right.
And I hear a lot of people swearing by his name. So if we gonna do this, bro, if you swear by Kenny Atkinson, you better believe the man and think, all right, he ain't offering too much to win in basketball.
Yeah, nah. In the word, now Philly picked him back up and they dropped him too. He was on Philly roster before the
Oh
season.
yeah, that too, and they dropped him too.
Yeah, so I heard, I'm not sure it was his defense for him, and he doesn't pass. He's more like MPJ. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he rebounds as much as MPJ, but he constantly shooting. He shoot off the dribble a lot. They say I think they say he was someone say he was a selfish player or something like that. But Shaq said he didn't know what Cleveland was doing. And Monty Bates was a player that he thought they actually needed. You know what I'm saying? So I know he could shoot, he could score. But he's a thin player, he's a tall player, and I don't know where he's gonna end up, but we do have a 2-way open. And I don't think he's a jordi guy anyways.
That too. I agree with that too. I don't think he's a jordi guy. I don't even think I don't know, because they could fill in that 2-way spot, but I don't think it's like a definite need to fill in that 2-way spot right now for the organization. I don't think like that's one like their top priorities right there. So they probably just got that spot, hoping somebody shows themselves in the G, so like they could bring. If anything, they probably holding that one little spot right there to see if they could get somebody from the G that could be like a good playmaker or like ball handler for them to organize the offense a little bit, so you could get like some of the young guys and other players into like sets that could make them look better, because this shit right here is just not working out. But if you get somebody from the G that just could comfortable handling the rock and just could make like basic reads, run a pick and roll, simple, because it's not like we're doing something advanced on the court right now. So like if that player from the G could come out and do that, then yeah, I mean that would serve well, because it's not like we in contention or something with like something crazy going on. We just need somebody to set them up. So I mean, yeah, they're probably holding that spot for the G to like last year, like our guy Tosan emerged from the G. He showed him so like they could be holding that spot for somebody like that.
True, could be. You know what I mean? They could.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you straight now.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, now I was gonna say, man, I really hope this point guard situation pan out for us, man, because it's gonna look real ugly. Like I mean, yeah, you don't want to call Diego a point guard, but whatever. I mean, we still got Trey Yarn and Saraf, man, and this team needs a point guard to pan out badly. You hear me? And if them two don't pan out, that's only gonna set us back further and further and further, playing without somebody who's a solid point guard. You know what I mean?
But you see, Joey, this is so like confusing to me, because like, all right, we went into the draft. We all acknowledged from before the draft, like, yo, either we need a good big man, a good wing, or a good point guard. This organization went to the draft. They drafted what we thought at first is damn near all point guards. Maybe the center Danny Wolf, but we looking at his skill set, he damn near a point center. So it's like, okay, you got your guards or whatever. We get into the season, yo, we got no fucking guards. We got no point guards. So we drafted a whole draft with playmaking guards and big man. None of them could play make. None of them are real full-time NBA guards or even part-time NBA guards. So my thing was, and I said this from the beginning, yo, look for big body wings, bro. Pause, but look for big body wings, bro. Even if they can't play make, they're gonna understand to learn to make basic reads. But you can't go wrong with a fucking big wing. Get a wing. We need the wings. Wings are your defense. Wings are what keep the ship afloat. Why are you not going for that?
Yeah, I think it's more. I agree with you. Wings is like the Swiss Army knife of the league. Everybody know that. But I think what matters the most in today's league, bro, is athleticism, bro. It's athleticism and strength. You can't teach that. You either got it or you don't. Some guys are good at basketball, but they're limited because of their physicality and what they can do. They're limited because of their foot speed. They're limited because they can't jump that high. They're limited because they're not that strong. They might be crafty. They might think the game out well, but you are limited if you don't have the physical attributes. Athleticism is running this league. We see it day in and day out in NBA games. You got these young, big, athletic teams running up and down the floor, running you into the ground, running and jumping all over the place.
Yeah, so
you need athletes, bro.
You do. You do. See, that's the I don't want to talk about it, but the next draft have athletes. The next draft have wings. It's still a lot of guards in there, but they the wings that they got is pretty nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying they should have waited till next draft because they had decent wings in this draft. They definitely could have went after. You know what I'm saying?
But here's my thing though. I felt like in the last draft we only picked one athlete, and that was Drake Powell.
Yeah.
The Nets were struggling too much with athleticism and physicality not to go into that draft picking fucking athletes. Now, granted, I love Danny Wolf. He's not the athlete, but the guy can play ball. I get it. I like his game, but I feel like, yo, man, you need some physicality and you need athletes in this league, or you gonna get your food ate, bro. Period.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know what I mean? They do need that. They should have went after that. They should have switched up a little bit, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We just gotta wait and see how he's play out. Because I think Saraf, honestly, I didn't like his game, but I know the dude could hoop. And like you said, Danny had the most highlights out of everybody on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Danny's a 7-foot sensation for the internet. And everybody know Danny. When I say step back Penny Hardaway, and they said, "Oh, you got him? Y'all got him on the team." Everybody know Danny. You know what I'm saying? Big man with handles. With Danny can play, and we just have to see what Danny does. His defense isn't great. We gotta see how he plays out. And you're right. Drake Powell is the only athlete we picked up. Tyrese Martin is a decent athlete, and Zaire is a decent athlete. Money is all right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we don't got a lot of athletes. We don't got a lot of athletes on this squad.
We don't. And we didn't draft, and I'm not saying like, Jaeger, Jaeger is more of a, I feel like Jaeger thinks the game more. He's more of a, you know what I mean? Like a crafty type of player, He's he's not a physical, fast, get down the lane, put pressure on the basket. He's not that type of player. Strong, he gonna try to big boy you in the paint. You know what I mean? Everybody's fascinated by his size, but what does his size mean if he's not going into the paint, taking advantage of smaller players? It means nothing. You could be the biggest guy in the world and play small as hell. We see it with Cat every night. Cat is talented as hell and he's big as hell, but you know what? He don't play like a big man. He's more finesse than anything.
Yeah. That's not his game. That's not his game. I think Saraf will do that at times. I don't remember if he really posts anybody up, but I know he plays in the post sometimes. And he's other than that, Drake does it sometimes too. Drake plays in the post. He'll take advantage of somebody. It don't matter because he elevates. He'll shoot over, kind of like Bridges do. That type of mid range for him. And Danny operates from anywhere. So you know what I'm saying? We just gotta wait to see how Jordy utilized them, or you know what I'm saying, opportunity of players where if they were on class get hurt and pull Danny up. As Bryce saying, Wolf is available tonight. You know what I'm saying? We hope that we see him tonight in tonight's game.
For sure.
That would be nice. I feel like Danny Wolf is a walking highlight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Danny is
for
nice,
this
man.
team, he's going to be a revelation. For this team, he's going to be a revelation.
I will say that Danny can help with the playmaking. If we got him on the floor, he's a big man, but at his size, he can play make very well, and that will help alleviate some of the stress off of the point guard issues right now.
Like look at it like tonight, because tonight in like an hour and some change, we gonna play the Timberwolves right at home, right? If you do play Danny Wolf today, if you go, for the most part, your matchup is either Randall or Gobert. Rotation, Naz Reid. If you the guy who they saying you are, you could play from 3-point line and play make from there. Bring Rudy out from the paint. Today, if they do play him and have certain things good that could be run through him, I'm expecting to see some guys that don't get paint touches get paint touches. Not even the basket, but paint touches. I'm in the paint and it's looking good. If he plays and if the shit goes how I expect him to go, you know what I'm saying? But like that's what he could do. So like once he does that, that's gonna be a revelation in the team. Oh my God, the big man made a pass from the 3-point line inside the paint and the guy made the bucket. Yes, that is going to be a revelation.
It is. But we also have to understand our pros and cons with Danny. And we gotta keep our eyes on him to make sure he's doing his thing or at least trying on defense. Because that is not his strong suit. So yes, he can do all those things on offense, but you also got to hold him accountable for the defensive side.
Yeah.
I don't expect to see much defense tonight. He coming off like a left foot problem, some type of left ankle sprain. So if he coming off of that, I don't expect to see much defense.
No, it's just not just tonight. I'm just talking about in
I
general.
know what you mean, Joey. In the long run.
Yeah, because
but for tonight, because you know how our fans are tonight. Like because this is going to be his first game. So like once he come out. And motherfuckers don't see no defense. Oh my God, another motherfucker with no defense. And then if you don't put no buckets or no highlights, oh my God, he not even doing nothing either. So everybody gonna be putting their luck on him. Everybody putting all their chips on the table, going all in on him. And the first night they don't see nothing, they gonna lose their mind, bro. So I'm trying to like temper expectations. Like, all right, if he do play, don't expect too much. Maybe one highlight play, maybe two, because he gonna have limited minutes. It's not like our guys will get 30 minutes. Everybody for some reason, you get 25, you get 25, you get 25, you get 25. Like, so nobody can crack 30 minutes unless they're having a good game.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I ain't gonna sit here and say Claxton and Sharp don't get cooked, Javon. I know they do, but you know what I'm saying? We want Danny to be better than them, bro. You feel me? We know he got the offensive skills to pay the bills, but if he could just be solid, a solid defender. I'm not saying all defense, but just be able to hold his own defensively. You know, we and he can accelerate his skills offensively, the skills that he has. We looking at an all-star big man in a couple of years, bro. We looking at a baby Sangoon or a baby Joker for real.
Yeah, that's what they think he is. They put him in that Joker category because of the passing. But yeah, his defense gotta get a little bit better. He can block a shot here and there. He ain't gonna give you too many block shots. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna give you too much resistance. I think it's gonna be a getting the gym with Dayron type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? I get it. I'm realistic. Okay, I'm not thinking or looking for Danny Wolf to go out there and lock down Rudy Gobert and get like 3 blocks. Listen, I just want to see the effort. I just want to see him trying. You feel me? I don't want to see that pouting and with your head down and look like you half-assing it out there. Like look like you giving up.
Yeah. I would say if he does play and Rudy, and he bring Rudy out, he's gonna saute Rudy all day. Rudy can't keep up with that.
That's gonna be a
for
highlight.
Sure. We know that. We know he got the advantage on the offensive side of the ball. We know that for facts. Yeah. So
if he cooks Rudy tonight, that's gonna show up on ESPN top plays, man. That's going to show up, bro.
Yo, y'all think he gonna play tonight?
I don't know, man. It depends.
I can't trust the fucking coach, yo. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, look, real quick, Ice, real quick. I'm not saying the coach is a bad coach. He could coach his fucking ass off. But the situation that we in right now, I don't think he fits this particular situation right here. What Jordi gives all to me is a guy that is always going to put his best foot forward to get a win. To make sure the players are in a situation where they could get a win. I'm gonna try to coach them up. I'm gonna try to put them in the best position. This right here is a tanking, fucked up situation, bro. I think he fits more of a Chicago team instead of our team. Talent there, they could do something with that. They're still building for the future, but at least there's something there we could compete or look. At least we're in purgatory, but I could try to rise you from purgatory and put you in a playoff contention situation. Bro, that ain't us. That ain't us. That is not us. But he is moving the same way like that, bro. No, bro. That no, bro. Bro, I better not look on the fucking stat sheet and see like 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, Brian the chat said MPJ is out for the night, personal reasons. So there is a chance that he could play because I don't know who else we would play other than Clowney and Zaire. There's nobody else to, you know what I mean? He could play Trayor or something like that. So I don't know who else.
Okay, so they got Ant-Man out. So who do we really got to worry about? Randall. That's as far as scoring wise. Randall and Nas Reed.
Randall, Nas Reed, and Dante. You still got the rookies Terrence Shannon Jr. and the other one.
Yeah, Terrence Shannon can put up buckets. The tall dude that plays defense.
Oh yeah, I know you talk about that with a headband.
Jaden McDaniel.
Yeah,
he's been putting up buckets too. So you gotta worry about him.
Yeah, he nice.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though you think Timberwolves is a defensive team, we still got our work cut out for us on the offense. Randall's a fucking bull in the challenge shop. So like everybody on the team better know, like he putting his shoulder into everybody's chest tonight.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And Randall been playing. He playing real good, man. He playing real good so far. So it ain't gonna be no easy game just because Ant out. That's for sure. They definitely got enough talent to beat us without Ant for sure.
Joey, every game for us is not easy. Every game for us, just like our name, except in reverse. My name, except in reverse, bro. Every game is not easy, bro. We could go against a depleted Utah team. That is going to be a dogfight for us. We could go against a depleted Washington team. That is going to be a dogfight for us. One, because we kind of trash, and two, they got talent on their team that been meshing for a good minute. We probably one of the more newer, worse teams. While the worst teams, they kind of been together for a good while. Like Utah been together for a good while. Chicago been together for a good while. Washington, Portland, like these teams been together.
Charlotte.
Like they know each other. Charlotte, they understand each other on a certain level. And and with that too, you could kind of see their culture and their chemistry from just looking at the games. You know, Charlotte flows together. You know, Chicago flows together. You know, Portland flows together.
Yeah,
we don't flow together.
No,
that's what I was trying to tell people, like, you know, on a Breezy podcast and all of that, with comparing our players and our program to these other teams. Well, you know, they've been sucking for a while, but you know what? They be getting top tier talent, and they've been slowly building and building that camaraderie together. You feel what I'm saying? Like we starting from scratch, bro. They've been trash for like 3, 4, 5 years. You feel me?
Oh, go ahead, Joey. My fault. Go ahead, Joey.
We was just middling with Mikal here, and then we went into full rebuild mode after we got our picks back.
Well, niggas gonna have to explain to me what trash is, because we trash. So like, what is trash? Because if they say like, oh, Chicago trash, at the very least, they've been fighting for a playing spot. Now we could say they're in purgatory or they bullshit, but if they trash, they've been in contention for a playing spot. Portland, they trash, but they last season they was in contention to make the play-in. Phoenix, they was trash, but we know their situation, but they was still making noise. Washington was trash, but they got talent, and if certain things flowed right, they would have been a better situation.
Well, I don't think it's I don't think it's like, see, we not trash. Like we that stuff on a, like you step in at the dog park, you know what I mean? That get on the bottom of your shoe. That's what we are. So we lower than trash right now. We dog poop. That's what we are. Listen, hey guys, I love my Brooklyn Nets, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. We dog poop. Like we are the doormat of the NBA right now. So with that being said, when somebody calls Charlotte and them trash, it's not that we saying they don't have talent. It's just that nobody really taking them serious. Like they ain't winning nothing. Like they are borderline playing team.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I said. I said about Charlotte that I told people don't sleep on Charlotte this time around. The team got better. Veterans and rookies mixture. You know what I'm saying? And they've been hooping. I'm surprised. I said y'all haven't paid attention to Charlotte, bro. from summer league to preseason, they have been playing a lot better. And
Yep.
the rookie, have you seen Ryan Kalkbrenner, bro? This
Wow.
dude is 17 for 21 in his first 5 games, bro.
I think he at one point he was leading the league in field goal efficiency.
I heard
He
Con
is.
Nipple been playing well too.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
been
just
doing his
dropped,
thing.
yeah, he dropped a 20 ball or something like that the other night. Yeah, Ryan, 3, like yo, he is leading. I think he is like 90% field goal percentage.
Yeah. So
Man,
yeah,
bro,
he should be leading.
and he's starting for them. Yo,
Facts.
But this is what I'm saying. Though. Look at that. Like, all right, I'm gonna just throw the kid out. Go ahead and play. Even though I got Brandon Miller, I got Miles Bridges, I got LaMelo Ball, I got Musa Diabate, I got that bullshit ass nigga T. John Salon, I got Colin Sexton, I got these niggas. But you know what, Ryan, go out and play. I'm gonna put you on the court. I'm gonna put you in certain things. Go out and play. Meanwhile, us, yo, so I know I heard you. Maybe it's a mix of both. Maybe it's our players lacking the dog.
No, it's just their core is better. Listen, they got their younger talent. Their younger core is more talented, and they've been together longer. You have to understand. We just said it. Miles Bridges, LaMelo, Brandon Jennings, they've been together for 3+ years. You feel what I'm saying? Certain people on that team. So yes, they're a young team. Yes, they're bad, but they're more talented and they're more seasoned. So which means even though they're not the cream of the crop in the NBA, they're still going to be better than us.
You know, it's one of the things I'm seeing from them, though. You know, that I'm not seeing from our guys, though, is the dog. The dog inside of them.
Easy, that's what I'm saying.
Now you'll see that when I think when Drake and they get more confidence playing with Ryan, they said Ryan earned that spot, man. Ryan Kalkbrenner earned that spot for sure on Charlotte, because I think Diabate was supposed to start. Oh no, they moved Nick Richards and the other dude, not Williams.
No,
too.
Yeah, I was on mute. What I was saying was Charlotte, like even though they're a young team and they've been bad, they have a young core. And they've had talent. Like they got talent. They're just a young core trying to figure it out. So they're better than us. You feel what I'm saying? Even though they're not a cream of the crop team in the NBA, that team has enough talent to beat anybody on any given night. We don't have that luxury, bro.
No, not yet. Because that's what I said. The only 2 people that been in the starting that's been on that team is Cam and Clark. I mean, like, you got 3 new starters, so you're not going to see no chemistry. You're not going to see.
Man. These boys got about like 4 or 5 lottery picks in a rotation. Con Nipple, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, who I don't know where Miles Bridges was picked at, but Miles Bridges is a beast. I think Miles Bridges is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. Yes. Miles Bridges is a dog.
He is. Facts on everything he is, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He just got that situation against him, but I mean, but so this is my thing, and I said it before. I ain't trying to jinx it, but it's looking like we fucked up the draft. Like, yo, I'm sorry. Hold on, yo. Dog. Listen, I understand like certain things got flow right, but even like I already saw some bad games from like some of the like other teams with the rookies. Yeah. At the very least, you still saw the dog. There's some things flowing right for some of the niggas. Like, nigga. You hitting threes, nigga. I'm expecting you to take that ball and just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm driving to the cup one time. I don't give a fuck. Like, I saw Cooper do that, like out of nowhere. Like, yo, beginning of the game, he like nothing there. He just drove. It bounced off his leg, turnover. Yeah, sure, but at least he said, fuck that. I'm just gonna drive, my nigga. Ain't shit right here, my nigga. I'm not a point guard. I'm gonna drive. Dog. Show the dog. Show the fight, dog. Show like, all right, my nigga. When one of these other rookies come to the town, for some reason, I'm just charged up now. I'm just charged the fuck up. Like, show that shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at you. I'm not one of these fans that's gonna be mad at you because I mean the numbers ain't reflecting. But if I see your mentality and I see you getting better and I see you trying to get to it, I'm respecting that because I know that's all a part of the development. Now, if
Yeah.
you not out there and you not even trying, bro, and you playing scary, like, nah, and I get it. It takes time, and we gonna see if these guys got it. Time will tell. Because there's no way Jaeger should be scared to get in the paint midway through the season and still doing the same shit, acting like he's scared to get aggressive and get his ass in the paint and make something shake.
Right.
And then this is like low level games that we playing. So like imagine like when we get good and then the games start having higher stakes. Like imagine you have to play like, all right, you have to win this game to get into playoff contention. That's going to be a high stakes game. Imagine you get into the playing spot. That's a one game that's college now. One game lose or win all. So and then imagine you get into the playoff spot. Every player done said the level of play rises. So like if we having trouble right now, unless you telling us we're gonna be a perennial all playoff team that's always gonna be in contention for the second round, that's where they could get their experience from. Even then, some players could go and get some experience, and it's never gonna help them. They lack in the dog. So like when we get into high pressure situations, can I count on this nigga to do what I need him to do, or some of the shit he was doing in the low level?
But that's what I'm saying, Easy. What if these dudes get all this playing time and it don't reflect in anything positive? Then what do we do?
Man, look here, somebody.
So I know somebody gonna get fired for sure.
Yeah.
Probably Sean Marks, which is probably well overdue. But I'm just letting you know, like, listen. When I look at players, I don't only look at I look at their mentality, bro. And that's one thing I could say about Saraf. Saraf seems like he does have the mentality. Even though shit ain't panning out for him right now, he has that a mindset, you know. Trayor, he just looked lost. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
He's fast as hell. He could get to the paint, but he looked like he needs some direction. And Jaeger, at times, he looks timid.
Yeah, Jaeger, I think that's how his game looks until he feels comfortable. Saraf is more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Saraf is, when I watch their highlights and stuff, he is the most aggressive. He is the one on the team on overseas that was doing the most damage, per se. Sometimes him and Asenge, you know what I'm saying, playing together. And Trayor, like Trayor, I don't think Trayor is lost. I just think his adjustment is a lot more difficult because he's being sped up. That's the word I want to use for him. He's being sped up. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to go too fast. He doesn't know what speed to use right now for him. That's why I say, man, like the G would be good for him to go down there.
Unpopular opinion, right?
Yeah.
And I know we had a lot of point guards, and this name just popped up in the chat. And I thought to myself, I would have loved to have Colin Sexton on this team, bro.
Oh yeah, Colin Sexton. Yeah, they got him in.
I think he would have fit this team perfectly. I would have loved to have him on this team. It would have brought some kind of competency to the backcourt until the rookies are ready. I just think he's not to say be all like the next Mr. Net, but I think he's competent enough to keep shit organized on the floor, but he's not that great to where he's gonna mess up the tank. You feel me?
Another thing I said, I don't know if y'all would agree with me on this, but I said when you got somebody that's as quick and fast as Trayor, and you can't get Russ, you can't get Russell, or you can't get anybody that's that speed. Like Ben, you don't have Ben here. You would hire, I would hope or think the Nets will hire somebody like John Wall on their coaching staff to help them out. You know what I'm saying? Help Trayor out, help the point guards out. Somebody that's been there and had that type of speed, one of the fastest players in the league at the time. And you know what I'm saying, did his thing. I think somebody like that will help him out big time instead of him just trying to figure it out by himself. You know what I mean? With the speed of the NBA.
Oh, for sure, because that speed is great, and we talk about this all the time, Ice. It's great and all that, y'all, but it doesn't mean nothing if he can't control it. It doesn't mean anything if he can't shift gears and be able to change direction with it. It doesn't mean nothing if he can't get to the basket with that speed and embrace some kind of physicality to make something shake. go to the line, put some pressure on the defense, or finish through contact. None of that matters. Like the speed is there, yes, that's his superpower, but he has to be able to put all the other stuff together that catapults his speed catapults. You feel me? So I don't know. Like I just hope this guard shit pan out for us, bro. We took 3 guards, and I just hope it pan out for us because I'm really concerned about this point guard position for the Nets, bro.
But all right. So hear me out and just let's just look at it, right? Because at the very least, our competition is going to be for the next 5 years or 10. At the very least, going to be Philly and Boston. Their backcourt is competent. So if you look at our backcourt, I'm just pay attention to Drake, Nolan, and Ben. Ben look like a backup point guard. That's his ceiling to me. Like let's like he takes a major jump. He gonna just look like somebody that fills in a role and he could hold down the team. He's gonna be good, but he's not gonna be great. Nolan, even if he becomes really good, he's still gonna be undersized, especially to somebody like Maxey or VJ. You see the muscle they putting on, the muscle Maxey putting on, and you see how VJ came to the league, and you see how they playing. You already know what Boston going to be. If we consider other teams like Charlotte and Chicago and shit like that, you see what they are. Josh Giddey, a big 6'8" fucking guard. So you going against size and strength. So
Facts.
So even if you pan out,
hold on, real quick, easy, and speed.
and speed. They ain't no slow motherfuckers. They ain't no Luka. They running up your ass.
Maxey is fast as fuck.
Fast as fuck, shooting off the fucking dribble, stepping back on you, exploded his game. Pause, but nigga, that's gonna be some shit right there. Then you got VJ coming. Pause, but that's what's happening right in front of our eyes right there. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
The competition, you could develop your guys, and for the player, yes, is the goal is to be as best as you can, but we are looking from the outside. We are not the player, even though no matter how much we want to be on the field with these niggas, we are not the player. They have to go against the competition. We have to look against the competition. The competition ain't no fucking weak ass niggas.
Exactly.
So if you put a little 6 foot guard that could get moved off his spot easily, my nigga, we gonna have to see niggas that could move him off his spot easily for the next 5 years to come. If we think, because the goal is a chip, nigga, not just to feel good at certain points of the fucking year because we went to a game. The goal is to win a chip. In a chip, you have to go through rounds. You have to see some of these teams, my nigga. If you get into a 7-game series with Philly, which we did once we got rid of KD, Kyrie, them niggas, we saw them niggas. So that is a possibility on the table. We have to see these niggas. I do not feel confident with these little niggas against those niggas.
But not even that. It's just the talent gap. Like you compare all the backcourts in the league to us, bro. It's a big talent gap. It is a big talent gap. And I'm not even talking about like the real top backcourts. Like we could look at Boston's backcourt right now. They got Anthony Simons. Who else in the backcourt with him? Is it
Derek White?
Derek White. That's a more talented. Like most of the teams in the NBA have a better backcourt than the Nets. I would say everybody has a better backcourt than us.
Damn,
I don't know one team that our backcourt is better than.
Not yet. No, we probably don't have to.
Maybe Milwaukee. Maybe
Milwaukee. No, you seen that dude just drop Ryan Rollins the other night, bro?
Yeah, but I mean, if you compare him to Cam been doing this a little bit more, and his explosion been a little bit higher. So you know.
Yeah, you brought up an interesting point about Trey Young, though. You're right. He does need to get stronger because, everybody always is so fascinated by his speed. But I see a lot when he's handling the ball. I see these players. They look like they licking their chops. They're like, he's little. I'm gonna knock him off his spot, and I'm taking the ball from him.
You know what I see, Joey?
He has to get more physical and stronger.
You know what I see, Joey? Nolan bringing the ball from an inbound, bringing it up the court, and then he try to run by VJ, and VJ, for whatever reason, just hit him with his fucking big-ass, strong-ass shoulder. You see that nigga in his shoulders? Hit him with his shoulder. All right, that's a foul. Nolan going to shoot the free throws, but now when you see him walking to the line, he just moving. You know how you do that rotating shoulder shit? Like he just moving his shoulder now. He just moving his body now. Like, oh my god, that shit hurt. And now, like 2 minutes left later into the game, he gets sit on the bench. And now, 2 minutes after that, you hear a report. Yeah, he not coming back into the game. He got a shoulder problem. That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I see. Like, yo, he could get taken out the game like that.
But that's what I was telling y'all. When you look at most of the guys that's thriving, when you look at most of the guys that's ahead of schedule from this draft, they are athletic and they are playing grown man ball because they are athletic and physical for their age and size. You look at VJ Edgecombe, you would think this dude been in the league 3 or 4, 5 years.
For real.
You look at Dylan Harper, same thing. Like, so I don't know. We don't got this. We got a little bit of size. It's like, here's the thing, right? It's like we got one point guard. He does a couple of things good, but then he's weak in these areas. Then we got another guy. Be like, okay, Traor's fast, but he can't do this. Well, Ben is not fast. I mean, he got a quick first step, but he could get in the paint, but he can't shoot. Well, Yegor can shoot, but he can't get in the paint. It's like, you know, like, damn, we need to put all of them together to create the perfect point guard. Like,
we got to put all these niggas together to make the super nigga. Like, that's what's going on.
Exactly.
Right. Like, come on, sir. Like that. That's when like people be like comparing like a player. They be going to all different type of years. Like, yo, remember 07 Kobe scored, and like 04 Kobe when he taking the shots, and then like 01 Kobe when he just went crazy for the like, bro. We creating super nigga. Like we can't do that, bro. Like we gotta take the nigga for how he is, and then, bro, like he could be good at these things right here, but like, there's a chance 5 years down the line he might not even attempt some of the things he even doing right now, my nigga. Like the development of players and the roles of players shifts. Like you might not see that. Like, bro, like there's some players like, yo, they were just defenders. Then all of a sudden they like 5-7 years down the line, they scores now. Now you're like, yo, this nigga not even defend no more. Yeah, that's an upgrade for them. Yeah, I'm past the defending shit. I'm putting the ball in the bucket now. Y'all niggas gotta defend. That's how you get up. So like, things you might be expecting from a player, he might not even showcase that 5 years down the line. Now, like I said, he can get better, but at the same time,
there's no guarantee.
Better too.
Fact. I'm glad you said that. Here's the thing. I want to say it like this. He might pan out, right? But he might not pan out what you think he was going to be. He might not pan out to his ceiling. Like you say, you might have thought Saraf could be a starting point guard and a solid starting point guard in his league. Saraf might be a backup point guard for the rest of his damn life in his league, bro. And that could be a good career. That could be a good career. You could be a journeyman.
Yeah,
I mean, not saying it's a bad career, but what I'm saying is these guys might not hit their ceiling. Jaeger might end up being a decent wing and not a star.
Right. And you see, that's what I'm just from this glancing right here. That's what it's looking like. Yo, we got a bunch of nice role players that could help out other teams in their endeavors, but that shit ain't doing shit for us. Cause what you drafted eight overall. You drafted a big playmaking guard. You just have him spotting up. That's a role player duty.
Bro, you know what? I hate to go back and I hate to regress and go back to the what ifs, ifs, wouldas, couldas. But Adam Silver and the NBA, y'all messed this up. And I'm not saying this just because I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. I will die on this hill. Dylan Harper belongs in Brooklyn. Dylan Harper was too perfect for this team. This was a perfect opportunity for him to come here. We needed Dylan Harper, and Dylan Harper needed us. Period. Yeah. Dylan Harper should have been in Brooklyn, bro. If Dylan Harper's in Brooklyn right now, we're not having had these conversations right now that we're having.
Let me close out. Y'all know my motto. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe because I don't know anything. You heard? And my boys and us is out. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back.
Peace.
Yes, sir.